So welcome to the next episode of the Aspire podcast, and I've been looking forward to this one because I get to sit down with an incredible professional in the health industry and is always leading by example. So today, Coach Chaii, welcome to the podcast.
Good morning, Kapdan. Thank you so much for having me here, and I'm so excited to taking the podcast with you today.
For sure. Now, you've been in the health industry for, 10 years now?
Yeah, I think it's probably about 10 years now, and not including 2-4 years that I'm exposed the fitness world by myself in the bodybuilding club at the university.
Yeah.
I was crossed from bodybuilding industry to the functional and strength training.
Because you were studying nutritional science.
Yeah.
Right? That was the major.
Yeah. Learning about how to work with the food processing, understand the nutrition, and implement and then work in the food factory and serve you guys the food that you bought every day in the 7-Eleven.
Oh, wow.
That's my
okay.
Yeah.
And so what came first? Was it the interest in nutrition or was it the training side of things? Like, tell us a little bit about the journey that led to where you are today.
I'm kind of like, I got so many interests. I mean, like, I do like science. I also read a lot of culture and so it's about society, history. I also play sport. So I am a nerd boy who like to play sport. Most of the time that I saw my friend in we call it science, like, in high school, we actually separate the room. Normally, we got 10 room. Number 10 is a king room. So they will separate like king for science department, second room, the 9 room for math department, something like that. I would say I got so many interests, and then I do like to understand and ask myself who I want to be, what I want to do. Do I going to graduate and work in the food factory or not? Or I can use my knowledge and also my major to cross to the industry that I'm interested with, which is the fitness industry at that moment. And also because of your message at that time. So after I graduated, so I got random message from Mr. Dan Raymond in the Facebook chat.
Yeah, that must have been like 2012.
Yes, I think that time I'm studying the third year of
you
university.
you hadn't graduated yet.
Yeah, I said I told you, like, with my poor English, I would say I understand everything you type, but I'm lack of the experience on communications, and also I just type. I know like this might be opportunity for me at that moment to cross to the factory room of the lab. I did internship in the famous company who made drinking yogurt. I also learned 2-month life on the QC life, which is my major responsibility to take care to QC, QA, all the food product in the factory. So I work in the 25 square meter room, tasting all those products. Every day, around 2 months, I've been asking myself, this is what I'm going to do in the future or not.
Wow.
So, but I let myself try. I am the person who like to take action first to, it's only yourself that you're going to answer. This is what you want to be, or would you like to be or not. You cannot ask from other people. You cannot ask from your friends. You cannot ask from your parents. So you need to ask yourself and find like the career or the passion. I would say the passion that you want to be.
Yeah, of course. I mean, these are key decisions that define our future.
Yeah.
Definitely. And how would you say that, because if we look at the industry today, it's that the barrier to entry is very low. Anyone can become a personal trainer or a health coach. And it's not so much that there is less importance of a degree, right? That's just the way it was. Like when I started in the industry, probably the same for you. If you didn't have your degree in physiology or nutritional science, then you didn't even start. And it's very rare to have people that have the background and that degree that you do. How has that knowledge and information applied to help you be the coach that you are today? All right, where's that bridge between the nutritional science knowledge and expertise into what you practice every day with clients?
I think at that moment, I don't know what is that, but when 10 years pass, right, experience taught you and give you some lessons, I think at that moment it's about making a questions with yourself. Question on everything. This is, for example, like protein, carbohydrate, fat in nutrition lessons or nutrition guideline, or when you work with a trainer, you also got a lot of information. I always start with question first. Questions, okay, what is a good protein? Why? I go through the protein library and then do the research, trying to understand, and I'm got so many information like protein based in Asia or protein based in US, got different knowledge, different protein ratio or amino acid ratio, but that is something not the core or the major of how I implement. I think to get a success or the mindset of being a good coach or thing like this is start from myself. I remember one day that I watching the Olympic game and I saw one guy doing a Holy Cross on the Olympic rings. That would fancy me a lot in terms of a scientist who love to train and want to be strong.
Did you ever reach that level?
Not
Could you
yet,
ever do
but that is my first passion. And then
gymnastics. Generally. Wow. Of course.
Like how they can hang themselves like that.
Yeah.
What do they eat? What do they train? How I can get closer to that athlete performance level like that.
Yeah.
Which is I also play sport a lot when I was in the high school, but just for fun, just like in the school already. But I do got the skill, and I think I might be interested in something like not in the food factory like that. And to cross the fitness industry, I also know we need a degree to relate to like sports science, nutrition, food science, which is, I got it. One of the two. Right. What is the next step?
Right.
Another two, which is the opportunity and the time, which is not come yet at that time. But I asking myself, like, okay, I'm going to start training myself. I want to be better just from that picture or the competition at that moment that I saw one of the, I think maybe Chinese guy doing the Holy Cross on that. It was so fancy me.
I think the, like gymnasts are probably one of the most well-rounded, complete athletes.
Yeah.
Right? They've got strength, speed, power, mobility, grace, control, and they are phenomenal athletes.
Yeah.
But I can see where your inspiration came from. It's kind of what you created out of yourself.
Yeah. And then after that, I also know the industry got a lot of competition, right? You need to be truly clear with yourself, who you want to be, and also always hunger of being like, don't like, I'm like me, I never act myself like I am a full glass of water. That's what I got feedback from my clients.
There's always room to improve.
Yeah, I always have some room. And then that room is for clients to fill in. No matter it's going to be a training topic, personal life, philosophy, religious, gossip about the news in the morning, political news, the world climate change, even going to a kid's take care tips that I learned from other moms. So it could be any topic that I
Yeah.
start with client.
So this is how you've developed your rapport and your personal communication skills, right? Because it's always a balance.
Yeah.
It's like knowledge is not king. It needs to be applied, and
Yeah.
each client's situation is going to be unique. So we have to keep things in context. And this comes down to your emotional intelligence, right? It's your EQ, knowing not just what type of topics, but when and by how much, right? There's always this.
Things like that take time a lot. So
Do you think also your attention to detail? Do you think that QC has
yes, I am.
established from university, or did you already have those qualities before because you were always the one that the rest of the team looks up to? How you manage your time, how you stay organized, your attention to detail with client follow-ups. I mean, you are the example. So has this been a skill set that you've always had, or has this developed over time as well?
I think because of the background of my major and my interest is in the science, right? So to have the science brain, you also need to always questions, create experiments and prove that theory, which is true or not based on the science truth. So no random, we not accept any random, we accept the fact,
The data.
indicator, the data
Yeah, the facts.
on your hands.
We call it cause and effect, right?
It's analyzed. So when I was studying the university, we do so much laboratory science experiments. And I think that habit and behavior built from that kind of like that time. So when I moved to the fitness industry and I met you, I got like Farang. I always say use simple word, Farang brain. The way the Farang think, thought, and live different from Asian culture. And I also do interest to work with the foreigner.
Do you think the industry has changed over those 10 years? Do you think people are more critical thinkers, trainers, coaches? Do you think clients have evolved as well in their approach and how they think?
From 10 years ago, I was got 1 or 2 gyms around my place. Now, I think it's more than 5-10 gyms around. And also, some is come, some is gone, some is go. This few club or few studio that still survive. And yeah, that is kind of like a lot of information, a lot of trainer outside the gym, right? A lot of influencer, a lot of people who don't have a background in the fitness industry or even science industry, and then they jump into the industry and then try to serve something like fancy, something like shortcut, something like too fancy or too much information, which is kind of hard to implement and develop and then integrate all those to their life and achieve the goal. I think that is the biggest problem in the fitness industry.
Yeah, I have to agree. It's like all this information, I won't call it misinformation, because anything that encourages people to either move more or make better choices around nutrition, just increasing awareness around food and their habits is going to have some positive impact. The question is it the right decision or choice that will lead to the outcome that someone seeks? All right, so we can look at how functional training has kind of influenced, because people want variety, they need stimulus. Social media means we're always looking for some kind of stimulus and that dopamine hit. And it might be fun.
Yeah.
Gets you moving, better than sitting on the couch. But is it leading to that metabolic adaptation that the body needs to either get stronger, be better, grow, heal, evolve, and lead to a particular outcome, especially when it comes to recomposition?
Yeah.
Right, and that's where, what would you say what's the key nugget that you could share with people in relation to their training of what they need to do differently to get the results that they seek?
Just be consistency and just be simple on what you did. Do
And
it every day.
be consistent in what?
In the action you take, in the gym routine you got from your coach, in the apps, if you got reminder from your coach, okay, shut down routine. Things like that, helping you to calm your mind, to be back with your body and yourself. People are running us around whole day long since the clock it start waking you up. And your brain run to the office already. Your brain run to the meeting. Your brain run to every single thing, maybe like 10 stuff, not 10, 10,000 things in the brain or in your head in one day that you could think or thoughts about it. So just go back, just come back to yourself and do something. Even gonna be like some simple small, hit the gym, go walk 30 minutes. Just be consistent with could be your solution.
Okay, so the people that have been consistent, right? Maybe physical activity is a part of their daily life.
Yep.
They do exercise. But for those that are checking all the boxes, they're doing all the things that they're told they need to do. Exercise, focus on sleep, make better choices with nutrition, but they're still not seeing the result. What are the details within the details that they need to focus on more?
Then throw back to the solution that you've been doing and trying to see this is what you need or not. This is what you really need or not. This is gonna give you longevity. It's gonna give you this is work with your body or not. You've been doing some program from other coach or some nutrition guideline from other people who give you an advice that is not work, and why you still doing that, right? My question is, your body and my body might be got different fact, different time, different lifestyle, different behavior, also change the way that you work with yourself. So first thing that I want people to aware, just answer yourself. Like I keep asking myself about who I want to be, and then also, no matter gonna be what goal is it about nutrition, it's about training, it's about life, about work. You must go back to your root, which is yourself.
So asking those powerful questions.
Yes.
Where am I at? What do I want?
Yes.
What have I been trying? What's working? What's not working? What do I need to change?
That's secret because I use that to answer my TZ. Right? When you got question, when you wonder on something, you also go to study more, deep in detail, but specific to what you want to really know. Like I mean, like if you wonder about like how to make grapao, you're going to read the pastel recipe? Nope. You need to go to grapao. What type of grapao?
Wow, there's different types of grapao?
Yeah.
Wow.
So many grapao, beef grapao, moo grapao, gai grapao. Different technique, different chef. Cook
Different flavors, yeah. I guess so this is where it comes back down to the detail of, you can follow a recipe, but it's rarely going to be the same outcome as someone else who has achieved certain levels of mastery or expertise in that delivery.
This is why starting question yourself and your goal first. I'm gonna open the door for other people who maybe have more experience for you to go talk with or ask for help.
Right, I think that's a big factor, right? Asking for help. People stay stuck in this cycle of struggle thinking, oh, it's easy, I know what to do.
Yes.
And they just keep doing maybe not so much the wrong things, but it could be the wrong recipe. It's the combination of different elements that will determine an outcome or not. So there's so much more value that you can share. I'm sure we'll be having future conversations. I have a question.
Yep.
The word chai in Thai means yes.
Yeah.
What else does it mean?
Chai with the two I for me is
Well, you've got two eyes,
Yes.
and that makes you special. We'll get to that one. But chai means yes, or me chai would be no.
Chai is mean a child or a man, or could be a child who gets really shy. HSHY, like you are shy.
Uh-huh.
So I think when I come up with that name, it's just like I feel good with that. So I'm personally like, okay, when the clock is turned on, I can be a good professional influencer. But after the clock stop, I'm also Chaii, like that.
I remember it was a few years ago that a client asked me,
Yeah.
Chaii has two eyes. Why on the website you have only one eye? And I was like, oh, really? I didn't know. So you've got two eyes in your name.
Yeah.
Why is that? How did that come about?
Just make it up. And I also
To be different?
Yeah, to be different. To be honest, to be different. And then I also opened the Google Translate. It just pronounced like Chaii or not, or Chaii. And it's fun fact to play with my name when I'm introducing myself to my clients. Oh, my name is Chaii. What is Chaii? Chaii with a two-eyed. And they create maybe like first impatient to like come out from my shows. And then I open my name with like some gimmick like that. And also when I'm starting on the industry, as I cross from the nutrition industry, right? So I just want to make something like fun. And then,
Well, it's part of your brand now,
sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
Right? It's your benchmark.
Yeah.
So thanks so much for sharing today. I'm sure we're going to have many future conversations. There's definitely some nuggets in there that you can take out in terms of being a professional coach or achieving better results in your health journey. Chaii is one of the leading coaches I've ever had the benefit of working with and coming across. So thank you again for your input, your continued dedication. And I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.
And then we'll see you next time for sure.
Okay, Cup. Koppen my Cup.
Khop khun khrap.